Hello everybody and welcome in to Emily's Upcycled Home. I'm Emily and you have landed on my channel full of thrifted items, upcycled items, and of course DIYs for you all. On today's video I am taking all these little small pieces that I've had in my stash that I bypassed to get to different projects instead of working on these little pieces. So on today's video I challenged myself to complete all these little pieces, these smalls that are in my stash that I keep avoiding, and we're gonna give them a fall transition today. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Before we get started, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button up here, join my YouTube family, and help my channel grow. Hope you guys enjoy this video, so let's go ahead and get started. For project number one, I am coming in with these little salt and pepper shakers. Now they don't have the lid, but we are going to give them a little fall transformation here. Maybe for your windowsill, I'm coming in with just this acrylic paint color in orange yellow, and I will give this 2 coats. Off camera I give the second coat, but I'm not worried about full coverage here. I want some of that undertone to show through as well and give it a little rustic look. Now as far as painting, it's really bright for me, so we are also going to come in with a little bit of variation and adding some DIY dark wax here just to deepen that tone and give it more of a deeper yellow look that I like. Now after you add your wax on, you do want to wipe off all your excess, so bring in your little lint-free rag and wipe off the remaining wax you don't need. Now you see the different shades here and adding just that dark wax and how it changes the whole look here. Now for the second part here, I am coming in with some floral wire you can buy on Amazon and just adding a little detail to the top and give it a little bit of a different color and a little textured element at the top. Going to wrap that around as many times as I want. Go ahead and twist it at the end, and then with the end of my paintbrush I am going to add some little trendles or some Shirley Temple curls here. Twisting with the end of my paintbrush, rolling that up, and then you just pull that out, and here's that little variation that we added there. And then I just come in with some scrap pieces of greenery. I don't really have fall greenery right now, so I'm just running through my scraps here. So I just glue a little bit of the ends of that so they stay where I want them, and then add them to our little jars here. I think these would look great on a windowsill. Lastly, we come in with some scrap transfers, but first I add a little bit of Mod Podge just so my transfer sticks. Go ahead and place your transfer, rub that on, and then layered it up with some DIY dark wax to seal it. I repeated that same step for the second transfer with the Mod Podge and doing the DIY dark wax at the end. And then these cute little windowsill or shelf sitters or tray pieces are complete. Don't forget you can shop with my affiliate link, IOD Products, Dixie Belle, as well as Fusion Paint. Moving on to project number 2, I had this scrap spindle, this round, and then I also bring in a little basket here, and I'm just going to attach all these 3 pieces together and create a little stand. I do like the natural look of the wood and the basket with that dark wood chippy spindle, and to adhere everything I am coming in with E6000 as well as a little hot glue on the top of the basket for that quick hold for me. I'm going to set this aside and let dry for 24 hours for a proper hold, and then you can just embellish these little baskets here or in the little stand. Maybe you can add a little bit of greenery and a pumpkin if that's your look, or you can also come in with a variation of more of a muted floral tone and add your little pumpkin in there as well. Don't forget you can also follow me on my Facebook business page and shop with me on Whatnot as well as on Facebook Marketplace. For project number 3, we are going to do an upcycle and upcycle. I had this piece for a while and I just combined it 2 pieces together. The top does have a textured paint look, but I am coming in with Dixie Belle Stormy Seas, and we are going to give this a layer of this beautiful color. I think this is a great color for fall. Remember, you can even change up the colors variation. You can add paints, mix them up. You can even just add white or dark wax, and that will change up your colors as well. I'm going to give this a full coverage coat, and then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to come in with these transfers from the ILD pack. Now, I know this is going to transition the look a little bit, but I think still it's going to be a transitional fall piece so that you guys can just use this. Or if you have a cottage kind of fall look, you can go ahead and use this as well for that style of fall. Now I'm just coming in with that transfer, and because this is a rounded surface, I'm just making sure I'm working small areas and lifting up that backing, and then repeating that process, never lifting up that thumb finger so that everything stays in the place. I'll go ahead and piece together more of the transfer pieces and add it on to the base of the piece as well. And I just think the cottagey look here for fall might work out for everybody if you guys like that look. So I'm just going to continue on with this, and then we'll go ahead and do the base as well. Remember, you want to burnish the pieces in, make sure that that transfer has a firm hold onto your item. Now I'm just coming in, repeating that steps in the process down on the base of the piece, and coming back in with, you guessed it, the DIY dark wax. And if you like this video so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. We're going to move on to project 4. Now I thrifted these frames maybe a couple of weeks back, and we're going to give them a farmhouse look. And I know this is not fall, but it's just an upcycle that I wanted to share with you all. Remember, I'm going through all these little small pieces, trying to transition them into fall, but if they don't quite make it there, I'm fine with that. I just want to share these pieces, simple crafts with you. And these are some images I found a while ago on Etsy. I'll try to look up the name so that you guys can find them as well if you want to use them. I'm just coming in and trimming out the image, and this is going to be a very simple upcycle, you guys. We're just simply going to add these images in and change the frame out just a smidge here. Now I pulled out the backing and pulled out the image here, and I left everything as it was, and I just come in with a little bit of my packing tape here and just add a piece of tape to the top of my image and place that into the back part here. Now you see there's 3 kind of layers there, so I'm going to leave that look there. You flip it over, and then we have this cute little farmhouse image. And as I clean them with a little bit of alcohol, I decided they need more. This is too simple for me, you guys. So I'm going to come in with just the leaves part of that same botanical transfer from ILD. And I'm going to trim out some of the leaf images and transfer those onto the corners of each of the frames. Now, just different leaves, variations of the green. And once again, like always, you just place your transfer on, rub it on, and then burnish that piece in to give it a firm hold. Once again, adding more to the second frame, and then we'll come in and repeat that process for the third one as well. Lastly, after I get all the little images on, the frame is too bright for me, so I'm going to try to come in with DIY dark wax. And I know the frame is really slick, so I'm not sure if the dark wax will stay fully the way I want it. But let's just go ahead and dingy it up and darken that frame just a tad, just to bring in more of that farmhouse element here. So I'm going to layer up my DIY dark wax. I let it sit for a little bit, and then I come back and wipe it off all the excess. Now, it didn't give me the depth that I wanted and the really darkness I wanted, but I think they look good. So let's finish up this video with some wood pumpkins. Now, I am coming in with just some random scraps of wood pieces that I have in my stash. They don't all match, but we are going to make them connect and go together as a little set. Now I'm going to go with a different style here, bringing in this peachy color. It's almost like an orange, and we are once again going to do a cottage style rustic pumpkin design here. I'm just going to layer up all 3 of these wood blocks with 1 layer of this peach color. And this is just a color I picked up on a clearance rack somewhere. I don't remember where I got it, but I'm just going to use that and once again add that color to all three of our pieces here. Now I did give all these blocks a really light sanding. I wasn't too worried about all the imperfections or all the detail or textures in the wood. I thought that would bring out some of that rustic element that we are looking for in this cottage decor piece. I'm just going to come in once again with one layer of this paint, and we'll go ahead and work on from there, bringing in some transfers also. So once I let these thoroughly dry, I do come back in with that ILD transfer in the botanical set here from ILD, and then I go ahead and cut out the images that I want. On this larger one, I cut it in half because I think that I can use one on one small block and one on the other block. And for the third one, I come in with the larger rose design and add that to there. Now, because you want to have a sealant on there, I'm just coming in with some Mod Podge here because I ran out of my top coat, but you do want to seal in your paint products before you come in with your transfers, unless your paint already has a built-in sealer. I'm just going to trim this to size, and note, go ahead and trim your image before you take it off the backing so you can preserve the little scraps with the backing intact. I'm going ahead and add a little pieces here and there from the rest of the scrap images that are left. And here I go, deciding to trim up before I add it onto the piece. And my tool of choice today is a butter knife because that's what was on my table to grab. So as far as the little knobs here, I'm coming in with these dowel cups that you can find on Amazon. Just punch in dowel cups. I'll try to put that link in the comments as well. And I will attach all three of these with some E6000 and add our little decorative elements. Right here, I'm just coming in with some little scraps of greenery. And then I also come in with some floral wire here. I've lost a little footage, but I went ahead and made our trendles. And then I also came in with some DIY dark wax just to age up the piece and add a little bit more grunge to our little pumpkins here. Well, let me know what you guys think down in the comments of what you feel about these little offset mismatched pumpkins here. But you know, we have to finish this off with a cute little bow because it is a cottage style pumpkin design here. And to attach all these, I just come in with some hot glue, and I just did a simple knot, like a tire shoelace knot, and I put a bow on all three of these pumpkins. And now we have come to the end of our video, and here are the finished projects. Let me know down in the comments which project was your favorite. Come and shop with me over on Whatnot. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one, everybody. Have a beautiful day.